Thank you for joining us late tonight. I'm Ashley Godwin. We begin in Fort Smith, where firefighters spent the early morning battling an aggressive house fire. Take a look at this video. The house fully engulfed in flames when the firefighters arrived. The house was reportedly vacant and boarded up. One firefighter is recovering from injuries, but is expected to be okay. They are still looking into what caused the fire. And tonight, police are investigating after a man was shot and killed on the I-55 Memphis-Arkansas bridge. Traffic into Arkansas on the bridge was shut down for around 3 hours this morning as Memphis police investigated. We are still waiting for more information on the suspect and victim.
You might have missed it, but some portions of the state saw a little bit of rain before day this morning. It wasn't a whole lot though. Rain totals only getting up to about 1/10 of an inch or just under 2/10 of an inch for much of central Arkansas. As we continue through the rest of the week though, we're looking to see drying conditions that speaks to the fact that high pressure is going to be dominating. That rain was following a cold front that moved through, as you see now, moving into more of eastern Tennessee. We're going to maintain clear skies overnight into tomorrow. Those clear skies helping us dip under freezing. We're expecting a low around 30 in Little Rock with the high in the lower 50s tomorrow. I have a check-in on the week ahead and how long we'll see these sub-freezing temperatures later on in the show.
A 4-year-old American girl is among 17 hostages released by Hamas today. It's the third round of releases. Her relatives say this proves it's possible to, quote, get all the hostages back home. President Biden says he too is hopeful more Americans will soon be freed, including 2 American women tomorrow. Natalie Brand has the latest from Washington.
4-year-old Abigail Moore Adon, the youngest American hostage in the grips of Hamas, was freed Sunday in the latest handover from the terror organization. Displaced residents from the kibbutz where Abigail and her family lived erupted in cheers when the hostages were released.
I saw Abigail. She is the best friend of my granddaughter.
They also expressed concern for those who remain hostage.
We're praying that they will come back too.
She's free and she's in Israel now.
Speaking from his holiday weekend in Nantucket, President Biden confirmed Abigail's release. He also emphasized the trauma the girl suffered witnessing her parents' murders on October 7th and her captivity ever since.
In hell for 50 days. What she endured is unthinkable.
For its part, Israel freed 39 Palestinians from prison. A 4th exchange is expected Monday, the last day of the current 4-day truce deal. Hamas said late Sunday it will seek to extend the agreement.
The ball really is in Hamas's court in terms of its willingness to step forward and release additional hostages, including potentially releasing additional Americans.
President Biden said he'd like to see the momentum continue.
That's our goal, to keep this pause going beyond tomorrow so that we can continue to see more hostages come out.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he told President Biden in a phone call Sunday that while he welcomes an extension, Israel will resume full force against Hamas once this temporary truce is over. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.
And despite the rising costs and higher interest rates, shoppers spent big and set records this weekend. The National Retail Federation estimates 182 million people will shop from Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday, nearly 16 million more than last year. And with Cyber Monday still ahead tomorrow, experts expect even more spending after a $9.8 billion spending record set on Black Friday.
So we're expecting that Cyber Monday will be the biggest shopping day of the year, with apparel and electronics driving a lot of those purchases, up to just about $90 billion for the country.
But as credit card debt reaches an all-time high, a growing number of Americans are delaying the payment of expensive purchases, with more and more people looking for buy now, pay later alternatives. And today, millions of Americans made a dash for home after the long Thanksgiving weekend. For those in the Midwest, snow slowed down some travelers. For flyers, an estimated 30 million passengers flew over a 10-day span. A record 2.9 million passengers are expected to go through U.S. airports, prompting many to plan ahead.
I just want to go home.
You're several hours early.
Yeah, because we didn't know it was going to be packed because of Thanksgiving.
Also facing a bumpy ride, drivers. With about 49 million people expected to hit the road this holiday period, experts predict traffic jams across the country. If you've been traveling, you may have seen headlines about a mystery respiratory illness affecting dogs across the country. But is it in Arkansas? Dr. Lori Smith at Good Shepherd Animal Clinic in Conway says no. The illness is similar to kennel cough, which has symptoms like fatigue, runny nose, and runny eyes. It's different, though, in that it progresses much faster. Dr. Smith is urging owners who might be traveling to be cautious.
Especially if you've traveled or traveled outside the state, it's definitely worth getting it checked out. I wouldn't sit on this because these dogs seem to be progressing into like pneumonia much quicker than they are with other respiratory diseases.
Dr. Smith says if you have brought your dog out of town and you start noticing symptoms, go get them checked out because, again, it can progress quickly.
Stay right where you are. We're going to have your full 7-day outlook and a look at when you can expect to be bundling up this week coming up after this break.